What's up, everybody? It's your boy, ThaBlackCobra. So let me bring the mic in a little bit so you can hear me a little bit better. All right, so today we are talking to Tishawn Fahie. So Tishawn is magic when it comes to camera. So I know you guys know who he is, and for those of you who don't, who may not know who Tishawn is, I'm gonna give you a little taste. Let me give you a little taste of Tishawn so you can see what it's all about when it comes to Tishawn and his abilities to do things. So let me run this real quick. So Tishawn, he films a whole lot of guys on EUCs and E-skate, and he's mostly known for his New York City or NYC e-boarding filming. If we can get this to play without spinning around on us.
Season 4. Oh, this ride was actually dope.
Yeah. Oh, see. So we're getting the circle of death here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move over to Tishawn and let him tell you about what's going on when it comes to what he's doing. So Tishawn has been now. You guys have to forgive me because it looks like I'm stressing my machine out way too much. I got like 15 things open. I'm multitasking like crazy, and the computer's trying to keep up with your boy. So Tishawn has been filming for a long time, but we're gonna bring him in so he can tell you a little bit more about what's going on in Tishawn's world.
Oh, what's up?
All right, let me get you in here. Oh, it is not pulling him in. Hang on one second. My computer's a little mad still. So everybody, one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to say to those people that are watching, we got a lot of people who don't know what we're talking about. I got a comment from somebody today. They said to me, "Hey, I saw your video, but I wasn't sure what you were talking about." And I said, "What do you mean?" Because that person is not an EUC writer. And I said, "Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't realize that you weren't an EUC writer." I said, "That's okay. We're gonna get you in."
That's right.
And he said, "Okay, now I know what you're talking about." And I said, "All right,
Mm.
okay." So Tishawn, you're up. Here we go. All right, so Tishawn, what's up, brother?
What's going on, guys? What's going on? There I
Trying
am. I'm ugly as hell. Wow.
to. You look like you look like you was working today, Tishawn.
Yeah, man. I actually found the barber. It's I cleaned up a little bit. So it's good. Um, uh, yeah. Thanks for having me, though. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys who joined the chat. You
Yeah,
guys rock, man. I
definitely.
appreciate it.
We see James in the chat. We
Yeah,
see,
EBX, Mickey,
yeah, EVX in the chat.
Jesse.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Couple people from around my way.
Medell, yeah,
Like I
yeah.
said, non EUC riders, but thank you for joining anyway.
Well, this is
Yeah,
good. Yeah, I'm glad some of us not EUCs. We gonna get them in. We gonna get them in.
yeah, and that's the thing is people who don't ride EUCs, uh, they see me riding around. They see the people. They see
Hmm.
all of us riding around, and they're like, "What is that?" So I'm hoping that we can continue this conversation for weeks to come. I'm hoping that we can do this so that we can spread the love. And honestly,
Yeah,
just so you guys understand, and I'm trying to bring it together here because for whatever reason this thing is acting up on me. But what we're trying to do is continue the conversation because you guys know when we're out riding, what's the vibe? The vibe is incredible, right? We love the vibe that
that's
we
it.
have when we're riding. So we want to make sure we can continue that vibe. And that's all I'm trying to do is continue that vibe so that, you know, during this quarantine, we can still feel it. So when we get back to what we were doing, when we get back out there on the scene, it's going to be
Hmm.
amazing. That's the hope.
That's
So,
it. That's
um,
it.
you know, Oh, this is driving me nuts here, y'all. Technical difficulties. Usually this goes off without a hitch, but today, for
Hey
whatever
man,
reason,
everybody's working from home, so
yeah, man. And actually, that's what's up. I have here. Let me try and reset it. I have my wife's working from home. My kids are doing schoolwork,
Mhm.
and everybody's on at the same time. So of course, it's causing an issue. And I'm like, okay, what we gonna do about this? How we gonna make this work? You know. So we trying to make it work. Everybody doing the same thing, um, and it doesn't always work the way we want it to. This is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull you in here. There we go. There's my boy. All right, now I
Uh,
got us both up at
so
least. Okay, so Tishawn, while I'm still
yes.
clicking around here, this is what I want to do, and I'm hoping I'm not too loud. Oh shoot, there we go. Not. Let me see. Unmute you. Okay, there we go. All right, so let me talk to something real quick. First of all, like I said, those who don't know Tishawn, I'm gonna let Tishawn give me his background. Um, because in my words is one thing, but we want to hear it in the words of Tishawn. Talk to us, Tishawn. Tell me what it is that you have been doing and how long you've been doing it.
What's going on, guys? Again, to Sean, Aaron, thanks for having me. The idea was always to you know, shoot what I'm doing as far as writing EUCs.
Yep.
Just a little background. I was coming out from my job, which is in Manhattan, Fifth Avenue, between 18th and 19th Street. For those of you in New York City, you guys know that area. And like some kid just like nearly knocked me over riding a 9 bot, which now I know now I know what it was, but it was a 9 bot something. I don't know. I think it was a 9 bot electric unicycle. And right away I was just like, what the hell is that? And before I could even like try to chase the guy down and say, yo, what is that? He just left. He was gone. I was like, all right, bet. So I went home and I did some research, and that's when I realized what it was. It was the electric unicycle, and I ordered one from China. It took like 4 weeks, a month and a half. I got the 9 bot was it E? It was a C. It was a 9 bot C, and that thing probably went like 11 miles per hour. But at the time, that was too fast.
Old
You know what I'm
school,
saying?
old school.
Old school, old school. A lot of people don't know that, man. A lot of people don't know that. Yes, Jesse. Jesse knows. I learned right away. Like, I donated enough skin, donated some blood, to the pavement. I did my time, got back up, and still wasn't wearing a helmet. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, I gotta learn this. I gotta learn this.
You know we was gonna get to the helmet.
Yeah, I know we gonna get to that helmet. I already know. But once I learned how to ride the C, that's when I decided, you know what? Let me see if I could, ride this thing to work. Right now, mind you, I live in Brooklyn. I lived in Brooklyn, and that's 15 miles away from work, right, which is Manhattan. So the 9 bot. Long story short, it died like 11 miles in. It just died. I had to carry this thing all the way to.
Then you had a paperweight. You had.
And this is when I didn't know about range. I didn't know much about speed. Oh, and a lot of people don't realize, like, see, 9bot, I don't know if it was new to the game, but there was firmware issues. So, like, there'll be times where, like, if you're going up the hill, the 9bot thought that you was leaning too much back, and so we had this oscillation problem. Yep. And it would literally take you off the wheel. Like, it would just level, and you get to the point where you're, like, standing on your heels, and then you just fall off this thing, right? And I thought it was a me problem. You know what I'm saying? I jumped into the forums, and I'm just like, yo, man, anybody else getting their ass kicked with this thing? And people are like, yeah, and I don't know if you know Chris, House of Job.
Yep.
He's very, very, very informative and live in the forums. But I started talking to him. I found out he lived around the way, so we started hanging out. I don't want to jump into another story. Okay. Long story short, I ended up upgrading to the E Plus, which was a little bit fast. I think it was like 14 miles per hour. Right? And then that was the same for the EVX nose, same thing, sliding off,
Yeah, you see him. EVX is sliding
off. Yeah, slide right off that thing, but it was a little bit fast. It was 14, 15 miles per hour, had a little bit more range. It had those fancy lights, you know what I'm saying? So that was cool, it didn't have no trolley. It just had like that little thing you had to bend over to, like, if you wanted to like walk around with it. So like
Yep.
you always have to like hunch over. You know, those are the days. Those are the days. And then once I got the E Plus, I realized that's when I joined the NYC e-boarding crew, the Eastgate crew in New York City, and I met Mario. You know, these guys were on boosted boards, right? And like I don't want to. I don't remember what. I don't know if they had version 2 or version 1 of the boosted boards, but I think the top speed at the time was like 20 miles per hour, 21.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I see you, Leon.
Yeah. So they was just like. Yeah, I try to keep up as best as I can. You know, beep, 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 beep. You know, on the E Plus. You know what I'm saying? Try to catch up. But anyway,
see, I never saw that part. The only Tishawn I know is when you was like zipping. I'm like, this dude is fast.
Yes. Kamikaze, what's going on? James, what's up?
Yeah.
So I long story short, I started riding with the NYC e-boarding crew, and I said to myself, you know, I need to find a way to let people know what's going on in New York City as far as ECs. You know what I mean? And that's when I said, you know what? I'm going to attempt to film what's going on, you know? And what you guys don't see was during those days, I destroyed I used to fall off this unicycle. I destroyed cameras and gimbals and the tilt back was killing me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but look, see, look at Jesse knows. Jesse said that lasted until he got his monster. Then he was faster than us.
Oh yeah. So like I had the I before I jumped into the monster, I had the M Super 3S Plus.
Okay.
Right? Just like God back in the day. That was like 27 miles per hour, and I'm keeping up with these guys, and I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, everybody's like, yo, how you riding that case? You know, like, this contraption, you know what I'm saying? And I have the gimbal and I have the camera, and you know, I think Mickey would tell you, well, I know where Mickey gets his inspiration from as far as filming.
Yeah.
I get my inspiration from action movies.
Yeah. Okay.
I love to film people who are having a good time, but doing it in a sense where they're enjoying themselves, right?
Right.
So, like, what's really cool about a person on a skateboard, electric skateboard, and this was back in the day. I'm not talking about now. This was back in the day. A lot of people wasn't carving on EUCs. Everybody was just sort of stiff, you know what I mean? Just riding straight, you know? It was almost like they was afraid to carve on a EUC. Now you got people like Vinny, you got Jesse, you got Kamikaze, you got all these guys that just like carving and just like no pussy shit. You know what I'm saying? But, like, back in the day, it was just like this. Everybody was just stiff. So what was cool was filming electric skateboard guys carving, and it just looked so nice, and filming in slow motion and just get the cinematic feel, you know? And if any of you guys notice my videos, I always try to mix it in with some like really cool music. Yeah. I feel like yeah, it's very important. I feel like music is a language that sort of, you know, get people together. Like, it's a universal language, right? Unlike religion and politics and all this craziness where some people agree, don't agree. Everybody could agree on music. There's good music. And I feel like as long as I compare good video with good music, I think, you know, it can either get people into our hobby, you know, if that makes sense. Yeah, someone. Yeah, man. Evan Chen used to ride with us back in the day. David Yanson. Oh, yeah, David.
I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah. David. Yeah, me and David used to race down. This is when I had the Super S3. We used to race down Second Avenue. And let me tell you, Second Avenue is no joke. It has holes, potholes, and you name it. It was like one of those.
Hold on. You said Mickey's inspiration comes from action movies, but he said it comes from you.
Okay. Mickey's being okay. What's cool about Mickey that I like is he found a way to be informative and shoot cinematic videos at the same time. Me personally, I'm a guy. I treat these videos like I would do when I buy something. Like, I don't want to. I just want to buy it, and I want to jump on it, and I want to test it out for myself. I want to see what it can do and what it can do. And I feel like there's guys already putting out videos with the math and the numbers and you know how the pedal height to the ground. Like
That's
So I don't
already
need to do
there.
that. I feel like there's people doing a great job already
Yep.
doing that, right? So I don't need to go that route. And I think people are starting to realize that, or they already realize that, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, we got
so yeah, but
somebody says
oh, the hat. My hat.
they barely
Brandon,
recognize
can you
you.
bring my hat?
Where's that magic? Where's
Yeah, I
that
got some
magic
hair under here.
fedora?
I got some hair. I got some hair. I
Oh,
do. I do have some hair.
oh, hold on. That's Adam. What's up,
Yeah.
Adam? So then we got Vinny T in
Adam, what's
here,
going on,
and
bro?
Vinny says he rides that way because of Tishawn. Now, y'all know Vinny T.
Yeah.
He's
So,
a speed demon.
yeah, I'm sorry.
And Vinny will be here in a couple weeks also. But yeah, speed demons, right? Speed demons.
Yeah.
But
Let me tell you about Vinny. The cool thing about Vinny is he reminds me a lot of myself, especially back in the day. Like, no fear. And what I see in Vinny, and especially Vinny, like I see in a lot of guys with Vinny, it's the speed factor and being one with the wheel. A lot of people don't realize once you it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a bike, it could be a motorcycle, it could be a skateboard. Once you're one with whatever it is you're riding, that everybody else can see it. You can see it in how he rides. You could. That's it. There's no, it's magic. It's magic. That's the only thing I can say. It's magic. You know. And VT gets a lot of shit online, and I try my best to defend him because he gets shit because and his writing style we have a similar writing style. You know what I mean? And
you do.
I used to get shit like crazy, and I'm just like, just come to New York, and then you'll understand. You know what I mean? You know?
Well, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let me see if I can. I'm gonna pop up a few questions.
Okay.
Let's see if I can pull them up here. And what I want is let me see. Hold on, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna pop over to this screen and then come back. Because what I did was a lot of the questions that I had, I think we already answered some of them.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place. I know there's just so many.
Yo, we here to talk. We here to talk. So I'm gonna pop up a few, and then if we already talked about it, we'll move on. You know, how long have you been riding? How long you been riding EUCs?
Shit. Oh wow. Too long. Wow. I'll be honest.
You just said the year. You were just talking about the year when you was talking about the first wheel. So just give an estimate. You said 2006, 2007.
Yeah, I want to say 2006. What I'm doing now is I'm going to my videos just to see like my first video, and then I think it was 2006 though. It had to be like 2000. Around.
Hold on, let me go. Somebody answered it for you. Afiz answered it for you.
Oh,
he said 7 years. Is that for you?
No, he's
Afiz?
right. It has to, it has to be like around. Yeah, it's definitely that some kind of like I don't want to lie. It got to be 6-7 years. You know.
Okay.
Definitely.
So I've only been riding a year. So when I hear and talk you guys talking about those first ones, I'm like, you did what we do now on those wheels that went 12 miles an hour. Like I'm like
it's no joke. These firmwares, boy, I tell you.
Yeah.
These firmwares was no joke.
So which EUC is your favorite right now?
Monster.
100
volt Monster.
100 volt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, 100V Monster.
Yeah. We'll talk about the new stuff after.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
100V stable under high speed. It's all in the legs, how to maneuver. A lot of people say it's too stiff, it's too hard, it's heavy.
Yeah.
It's only heavy because you have to ride the Monster enough to get to gain it. Like anything, you have to get the experience. Once you build that muscle memory and then a little bit of muscle in your legs, maneuvering that wheel is nothing. It's super easy to maneuver a Monster, but you have to get used to it. If you buy a Monster and jump on it, your first impression gonna be it's too heavy. Oh my god, how do people turn on this?
Yeah.
And to be fair, and I have the V3. I haven't opened it yet. Believe it or not, as crazy as that sounds. I haven't opened it yet. But I'm still with my. I don't know if it's the first gen or second gen. First gen 100V Monster. I think first gen. Still, I love it and the reason why is because like I've traveled everywhere with that wheel. They've never failed me. You know,
Okay.
I've crashed it plenty of times, but it never failed me. So this
If
is
it ain't
like
broke,
why
if it ain't broke, don't fix
don't fix
it.
it. But Jesse would tell you, like if you look at my Monster right now, like the left pedal is like a little bent. You know, the pin is sticking out. Like it looks like it looks like it's been around town. Something like that. It's been around town, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm riding a 16X and I haven't upgraded, and now that I want to upgrade, it's
Monster.
it
Can't wait.
it's
Can't
no
wait.
there's no way. It's like I want a 100-volt wheel and it's like impossible to get now. It's like, okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I got the suspension wheels coming, but as far as the 100 volts, it's like he's got like, I don't know how many back orders he said he had because everybody wants one. I'm like, well, I'll get one eventually. As far as that's concerned, have you ridden the 16X?
Yes, I have.
What are your thoughts on that?
You know, I'm a fan of Kingston wheels. I'm a fan.
Okay.
I feel like they make the safest wheel. It's almost like the middle tier. Does that make sense? It's the middle tier. It's like you kind of get the best. Well, I want to see you get the cake, right? It's the cake and the cherry, and.
Okay.
The reason why I said it is because I wrote the 16X, I wrote the 18XL, and I think they're great wheels. I just feel like the speed is the reason why I can't have it as my day-to-day wheel.
Yep,
you know what I mean?
Yep. Once you're
They go
used to
my hat.
hitting, there you go. There it is, y'all. There it is. There it is. The magic fedora is now in place.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try and ask you some questions, but I mean, guys in the comments, I'll try and pull yours up little at a time also. So Adam's asking, how's the Monster off-road?
I rode the Monster off-road. It's not bad. I think it depends on the tire you have on it. I didn't change the tire, but when I went to Toronto, I don't know if Jack's on here, probably not. When I went to Toronto, I did a lot of off-roading. I even jumped the ramps. It was fine. I didn't have an issue. But again, you can't just buy a Monster and then take it off-roading.
No.
You can't do that. You have to have the experience of riding a Monster. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But I took it off-roading and I was fine. Now, I see some guys on Facebook, they're doing like X Games tricks and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And I think that's pretty cool. I've seen them go off like crazy, like the NYEF event that we had.
Yep.
Like a bike dirt track.
Yeah, that track was dope.
Now there was really sharp turns where even on the Monster, I was just like, yo, man, this is, I do this. Like I could admit to it, you know?
Hold up.
I was like, And EVS will tell you, the last skate park I went to, I wish I have a video too. I'm surprised you didn't see it. I did a jump. I did two ramp jumps.
Okay.
I jumped up a ramp and I went really high in the air. I landed the first one. I forgot there was another ramp literally a foot. I went up that ramp. I went down. I crashed. My wheel split in like 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces.
Damn.
And I was like,
that's the worst. You can't explain that feeling when you see.
Yeah, but I think that's why people don't like Gotways, right?
No.
Because I can admit that there are some flaws in Gotway as far as like build quality and
the Monster. That's the worst shell there is. That has to be the worst shell.
Not only the worst shell, not only that, but like the axle gets loose after a while. The shims,
it's crazy.
The wheels start dancing back and forth after a while.
Look at Daniel said once you master the Monster, you can learn its special feature, battery ejection.
There you go. Here's the thing. Once you when you master a Gotway, I'm not even gonna say Monster because battery ejection is with any Gotway. It doesn't matter. And that like the Tesla, to me, the Tesla is the worst wheel.
I had a Tesla and it went. I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. That was the worst wheel Gotway has ever made, in my opinion. But we'll get to that later. A Gotway. Once you master a Gotway, when I mean by master is, You understand the buffer, meaning that, you know, when you hear those beats, man, like, and this is like when I buy a Gotway, because I've been riding for so long, I disable all the protections. I take off the first alarm, the second alarm, and whatever protection it has, and I put it in soft mode automatically. I love soft mode. And then I never connect to the app after that. There's no reason to. There's no reason to make changes.
But that's you. That sounds dangerous.
Yeah. No, it's why does it sound dangerous though?
Because you disable all the safety features, and I know you know the wheel. So for you, it's like all day, every day, and honestly, you are hands down one of the most comfortable riders I've ever seen. You do look like you're one with that wheel. I'm not gonna lie, and look, I'm a dancer as well. So when I'm on this 16X, I feel like I'm flowing. I'm like,
Are you feeling it? Yeah, you're flowing. Yeah.
And I'm like, and I watch you on that monster. I'm like, yo, he's feeling it. He's got that flow. Like you said, you feel one with the wheel. It's like, you know, Miyagi-san.
Yes, like EVX said in the live chat you had with EVX Mickey last time. He nailed it. The thing about the Gotway is, like, if let's say you're riding a monster, your top speed is about 44, 45 miles per hour. Okay.
Yep.
Now, if you're coming from a Kingston where the top speed is like 30, I think 31 miles per hour,
32.
then that means you can ride that ride on a Gotway. And if you go a little bit faster, you still have all that buffer room. Right. You know what I mean?
Right. That's why I'm ready for 100 volt now, because I'm pushing the 16X and I'm riding and beep, 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 and I'm like, okay, I'm at 31 miles an hour already, and I'm like, I just started, so I'm like, all right, I think I'm ready.
Yeah, and not only that, but like I ride in traffic. That's my commute to work is traffic. There's like the bike lanes are shit in New York City. If you watch any of my videos, EVX's videos, anybody's videos from New York City, the traffic is shit. Bike lanes are the worst. You stay away from the bike lanes. But anyway, sometimes you just need to overtake a car. You know what I mean? Like there's people that's trying to cut you off, and you need that little bit of extra power. And I'm not saying you should stay at 45 miles per hour. What I'm saying is you need something that's capable to move at the pace of a car or a tad bit faster, and then go back to your ride. You know what I mean? When you're on some kind of 9-bot or King song and people are like trying to kill you, literally they're trying to kill you with the vehicles, and you can't get away. Or if you try to get away, picture that, beep, 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 but then all of a sudden you're tumbling on the ground because you pushed your wheel till it's maxed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that in itself is the reason why I tell people get a wheel that can do 40 miles per hour or even 35 miles per hour. You don't have to do the 35, but just know that at least there's a little bit of buffer room that if you need to go a little bit faster, you can.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's it. I can't stress it enough. So when people say Gotways are dangerous, they can be dangerous, but at the end of the day, guns kill people, right? But in reality, guns don't really kill people. People kill people.
Yeah, stupid, you know what I mean? Stupid people with guns kill people.
You're right. Stupid people, exactly. So it's actually the rider. It's not the. I'm not saying Gotway don't have issues in itself, because I had oscillation issues myself. But for the most part, to me personally, Gotways are the safest wheels out right now. That's just my opinion. Obviously, I'm not saying this fact, but based on my years of riding, I can honestly say without a doubt, I would put my faith in the Gotway no matter what. That's just the way it is.
And you have a lot of credibility when it comes to that. So if for you to say that, and not just you, there's a lot of people say that. Mickey says that. And we know Vinny says that. So, but it is when you the first year or two when you're riding, honestly. For me, this is my third wheel. You know what I mean? I started with a V8. So a V8 felt
nice. My wife had the V8.
Yeah, it felt like you were saying with those 9 bots that you started with. You know what I mean? As soon as I went riding with people, I was like, this ain't gonna work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I got a Tesla, and then the Tesla was much faster. I was like, now we're talking. Unfortunately, the Tesla was used. Well, it had a little bit of problems, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And because I'm not a light dude, you know what I mean? I weigh a good bit. So, I was like, okay, I can't figure it out. I guess I need a brand new wheel. And that was right when the 16X was coming out. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Brand new speakers. The body looks like a tank. It
Yeah.
look diesel.
Thank
You
you.
know, hold on,
Yep.
hold on. Bam, over there. You know what I'm saying? I
Uh,
love my baby, and I'm like, all right, let's go. And I'm all set. Now I'm to the point where where I ride with different people in different places, and I'm like, okay,
that's right. Gotta keep up.
when they're getting up, and I
Yeah.
can't, I'm tapping out at 31. I'm like, okay, and then I'm worried because like the video I posted up where I had a cutout. We were doing
Mhm.
20 something. We were only doing 20
Yeah.
something, maybe 25, 26, whatever,
Yeah.
but 30% battery, doing 20 something miles an hour.
Yeah.
My weight,
Yeah.
and then we hit a
Not
bump.
happening.
Then we hit a bump.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
It was a wrap.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get it now. Now I get it. It was before I
Yeah.
didn't get it. Now I get it. And now I'm like, all right, I need to step up. So I'm ready to step up.
Yeah.
We'll see what comes next. I'm already on the suspension train. I'm gonna try that. Everybody's
Okay.
going for the Ferrari. I'm going for the V11 because that's just I like. I was waiting for another emotion wheel, so I'm gonna go that route because I know a lot of people going the other route. So we're gonna get the best of everything and see what it's about. But
Absolutely.
I still need a fast wheel. I still need 100 volts.
Need a
So
fast wheel.
yeah,
Yeah.
somebody hit me up. Somebody hit me up. I need 100 volt. Hook me up. So let me get back to the comments because I've been neglecting y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Afiz was saying, which V3 do you have, the 100 volt or the 84? Because you were saying
V3 100 volts.
100
100
volt.
volts. Only do 100 volts now. No more 84s.
Oh,
100
well,
volts older.
Oh, so you ain't opened it. You can pass it over here. I mean,
I told you my red wheel is falling apart, man. It's about to go. That pedal, I got to take a picture, show y'all. I just see that pedal, man. It's falling off.
So
Oh, man.
we gotta repair. I know. Oh, somebody's Kamikaze Joe. You said you know a guy. I need a wheel. Hit me up.
Yeah,
Let me see.
yeah.
Jerry's selling 3100 Monster. Vinny used 3108 Monster for sale. Honestly, another problem I have now. I guess I just want to address it because the Monster seems like a lot of wheel. It seems very big. I'm not sure I want that. But the MSX 100 volt was the only other choice. And the nickel is there, but I want an 18-inch wheel because I have a 16-inch wheel. So I want an 18-inch wheel at least. So the MSX 100 volt is like the only choice, from Gotway. And I'm like, I hate the look of that wheel. I hate the look of that wheel.
You know what? I have an MSX as well. I don't even ride it. The reason why, and it's not because it's a bad wheel by any shape or form. The reason why I don't ride it is the reason why I have it and don't ride it is because it's almost like it's an upgrade to the M Super V3, which I had for a very, very long time, and I just don't want it's in pristine condition. It's brand new. I just want to just keep it there, just to keep it there. You know what I mean?
Right.
But anyway, my wife has the MSX. I rode it a couple of times. The 100V, it's a fantastic wheel. I like it. Is it ugly? Objective, right?
Yo, let's be real. Right? Come on, that shell is whack.
They tried to copy Kingston with the whole light scheme. You know what I mean? And the shell was still kind of like shit. But it is an improvement to the M Super. Like I like a Monster's ugly. Like all Gotway wheels are ugly. Let's just get that out the way right now. Like whoever designed Gotways, they need to just go back to design school. They need to. It's like they have bad dreams and they wake up and create wheels. Like it's just no sense. It is terrible. It's terrible. But I cannot doubt the performance. Like I'm a performance guy. I don't care how the wheel looks.
Right.
So like if I want to go with looks, the Nikolai don't look bad. The Nikolai is a beautiful wheel, but I hate the Nikolai. I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't like. I don't. Have you rode the Nikolai yet?
No. Well, actually, yes. Yeah, actually, I did. Adam has it. Shout out to Adam again because he let me ride his 16X. Not Adam. No, it wasn't. Who was it? I went to meet Adam and somebody in the group had one. I can't remember who it was. Oh man, but somebody had one and we switched wheels because I had just got the 16X and he had the Nikola, and I was retrofitting that seat I had a nice seat mod with a
Yeah.
with a high pole. Yo, my seat was so high. I was sitting like I was sitting on a monster. My seat was dope. Yo,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
check the videos, y'all. It was the first
Yep.
retrofit. Yo, I was like, oh man, it was killer. But
Oh man.
and you see the lime green and black, right? The seat was black with lime green stripes. So, look, it was the but
Yeah.
and I wasn't the only one because this dude
Yeah.
he had put the same kind of seat on the Nikola. He had but
Yeah.
he had no pole, but he strapped it right down on top of it with clamps.
Mhm.
So me and him
Okay.
swapped wheels, and I was like, man, the Nikola's smooth. I thought it was really smooth. Um,
Yeah.
but it's a 16-inch wheel, just like mine is a 16-inch wheel.
Yeah.
And I think the 16X is a more top heavy. Not top heavy,
Yeah.
but when you throw it leg to leg, I feel like it moves. Like I'm using my whole body and
Your
swerving.
body. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I like that feel of it, you know?
Yeah. It's a smooth wheel for sure. I think the issue I had with it is, and I don't know if it's an inside thing where like whatever the reason, the weight distribution is just off with the Nikolai. And so what happens is that one of your legs have to accommodate, you know what I mean, to keep that wheel centered. And like I had a bad crash on it. And
Really.
I'm not gonna sit here and say it was the Nikolai. It's just maybe my lack of experience on that particular wheel. But when I got on it right away, I was just like, yo, this weight distribution is just way off. It's like, you know that I don't know if you guys ever seen that King Song video, that Asian kid. Like that dude is nasty. Like he rides with one leg with two King Songs. Like he can let
Yeah.
one go, and it just rides by itself. Like that's perfect weight distribution. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that the center of gravity is perfect on that wheel. And I would say that for all the other Gotways and King Stars and Nightbots, but not the Nikolai. That Nikolai is just uneven, and for whatever reason, it's I don't know if it's the top heaviness or the weight distribution inside, but it is not. The center of gravity is just totally off.
Right.
And so what happens is that when you go to brake, the wheel just starts wobbling, and I think it's just due to like some kind of weight, the battery balance, the battery weight on each side, but it's not a good, to me it's not a good wheel to I don't know, maybe it's just maybe my lack of experience on that wheel, but I could jump on any other wheel and be fine. That Nikolai, and I tried 3 Nikolai. I was thinking maybe that one was bad. And
Right.
mind you, I crashed on my friend's Nikolai. I had to pay him back. Like I destroyed his fucking dude. And let me tell you something. This I forgot his name. What's his name? Baymax. I think it was Baymax. Like I destroyed his wheel. Like he was like, yo, T, you want to try my Nikolai? I was like, yeah, sure.
Damn.
I put it in soft mode because I destroyed that wheel. Okay, destroyed it. And I felt bad. I felt bad. And so I paid him back for it. Obviously, I paid for the damages, whatever. But I bought one again. Just like, nah, this ain't going to defeat me. Like this can't be right. Jumped on that wheel. I didn't crash it, but I felt that the weight, and I realized, okay, the trick is that one leg has to do more work than the other leg, and I have to add more weight to this side. And I'm just like, I can't be worried about that riding in traffic at 35, 39 miles per hour, and say without shitty streets, I can't, I need something stable, and I need to stay alive, and I can't, to me, the Nikolai isn't a wheel that I can depend on. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it could just be my lack of experience on it, but whatever.
Yeah, no. I think Mickey said the same thing. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see. The guy got way. I don't know if he says anything in the chat. Mickey, he's saying when you slow down on I think you told me that when you brake hard on it, you got to get used to it.
Yeah.
You got to get used to it because it does wobble a little.
Yeah.
And you're not the first person. He's not the first person. I heard a couple people say that. I didn't feel it when I rode it. Again, I only rode it briefly. I didn't do any high speeds on it. So I wasn't like slowing down hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that's the first thing I did. Gun did. I just said, let me try this out. And because the first thing I want to do is, what's the braking power like? Like, how can I stop on the dime? Can I get to? And it wasn't having it. Nope. It wasn't happening.
Hey, Tech Junkie, he said I was gonna buy the wheel that you bought. What'd you buy from Tech Junkie?
I don't know if I bought a wheel from Tech Junkie. I don't think I did.
He said BlackCobra was going to buy the one I sold you, Tishawn.
Was that the Nikolai? Was it the?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't Nikolai. I don't know.
Yeah,
I gotta.
EVX says he only hates it because it wrecked him. I,
Listen, I wrecked on probably every single electric unicycle that I own. I can honestly say that I did, but I don't hate them. I love them, but I've never had a speed wobble like that. That speed wobble was ridiculous. I'm telling you, it was like the wheel was just like, "Yo, man, get off me right now!" Like that. It treated me like I didn't belong on it. You know what I mean? So it was just like, all right.
so Daniel says,
Yeah,
I'm going back, I'm still back a little bit. I can't even keep up here. The 16X also wobbles if you brake hard, and 16-inch wheel wobble. And he's right.
yeah,
Sometimes if you don't bear down on it and sit back and bear down on it, but you don't have to go one side or the other. I feel like you just got
yeah,
to be even with it, and
yeah. And
I I don't have a
and I think
problem.
yeah, and again, I feel like I shouldn't have to accommodate. Like I
Right.
shouldn't have to think about. Oh, let me make sure I treat this wheel correctly. Like I shouldn't have to think about that. And again, and again, maybe it's a different situation for everybody, right? This is all subjective. So again, if I'm going 39 miles per hour in New York City, knowing that the streets is shit, the last thing I don't need to worry about
Right.
is catching a tantrum because I'm somehow, you know what I mean? I would
Right.
rather just think and stop. I'd rather lean forward and go. I'd rather,
I
I'd
feel
rather
you.
worry about the car that's next to me that's trying to run my ass over. You know what I mean? I don't, and that's why, like again, I'm not saying that it's the wheel. At the end of the day, it's experience, right? Like, I don't have enough experience to know that, okay, I have to do this so that the wheel stops, right? It's me. I get it. At the
Okay.
same time, I shouldn't have to think about that stuff. That's all I'm
Let
saying.
me ask you this: if not the monster, then what?
If not the monster, then I would say it's a tie to me personally between the MSX 100V and the King Song 18XL.
Okay. Um,
Yeah,
Daniel said, didn't you kamikaze the V10 as well?
V10, V10, V10.
He's
I don't think I rode the V10.
no. Okay.
No, I rode the V10, but I didn't ride it long enough to destroy it. That's for
Okay.
sure.
Maybe he was talking to somebody else in the comments. Could be.
Yeah,
Could
yeah.
be. Could be.
I didn't ride it long enough. The thing about emotion, I've had nothing but negative. Um, my wife had the V8, and that wheel was weird. Like sometimes it performed extraordinary, and obviously it was back in the day when the top speed was like 20, 19, 18 miles per hour, whatever.
Right.
But
Right.
that yeah, that was a wheel where like it was made. It's a beautiful wheel. The software to me, the app that came with the wheel, whatever, was great. And it was one of those where that had audible sounds, like slow down. Like
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
fall,
Yeah.
like you fell, like it was,
Look,
like
I know
there,
people
there
was
was some
looking at me
engineering.
like, is his wheel talking to
Yeah,
him?
talking to exactly. I actually thought that wheel would have like excelled to like like the next big thing.
Yep.
I think the V10 had issues. I think it was a fire. I think, and then they had to like recall it, and they had to fix it, and then like I tried the V10F, I think, and there was just something with that wheel that was weird, and then they recalled. There was issues with the emotions. I just gave up on that brand altogether.
Okay.
Um, I am a strong believer in King Song. I feel like
I am
if King
too.
Song could if King Song could just say, hey, let's adopt Gotway speeds, it would be the perfect wheel. Like I can't stress that enough.
Yeah.
If they say, hey, let's make a 40 mile per hour wheel, I think a lot of people would jump on that wheel because it's for the most part, most of their products are beautiful. They look nice. I love that reverse light stuff where like if you go backwards, the light switches to you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
the double charging. I think they're trying to push the envelope. King Song. I just hate that they're still on this. Again, it's my opinion, obviously, but the safety thing. Well, let's keep it at 29, 31 miles per hour. And I just hate that. I hate it.
And you're not alone. There's a lot of people that feel
Yeah,
the same way. And but here's my thing is I like I said
yeah,
I love In Motion because I love the way they build. I love the
yeah,
quality. I love, like you said, they go big when it comes to things like the details, but
yeah.
they have to up the speed, and they can
They have
obviously
to.
they can
They
they
can.
just
It's a
won't
software.
they just
It's a
won't.
software thing. All they
Yeah.
have to do is push the software up and to allow the thing to go a little bit faster, and
Yep.
they
Yep.
won't.
No, they
And
won't. They
and
don't want to.
yeah, yeah,
So let me pull in here real quick. Afiz had said there are two versions of the Nikola. The 1800 watt hour with 21,700 batteries was more balanced. So
Yeah.
I don't know which one you rode, and I'm sure you probably rode the first version because that's when it was
Probably
like,
wrote the first version.
yeah, everybody was
probably.
jumping on it.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm gonna say. You know what, Mike? I didn't even think about it. It might be a law school thing, but I don't know how that would work in the States or in other states. But here's what I'm gonna say, Erwin. What was I about to ask? I'm sorry. What was I asking?
We were
Oh,
talking
I got
about
so
the
much going on.
21,700 batteries and, and how you were riding the other one.
Yeah. So I it's possible that I wrote the first gen one. I would have to ask VT because I bought that model from him.
Okay.
So I'll have to ask them. But anyway, again, going back to the Godway Monster, going to anything. When you ride it's almost like driving a Ferrari, which I never drove obviously, but or Lamborghini.
Well, you mean obviously, I don't know.
Yeah, when you drive something that's like, yo, man, this car is fire. Like, this is it. It's hard to then purchase something that's like under. You know what I mean? Like
Toyota Corolla. You couldn't go back to a Corolla after the Lambo.
I mean, if you have no choice, you have no choice, right? but you finally can afford a Lamborghini. You buy this Lamborghini, and then all of a sudden, your wife is driving, I don't know, like you said, a Corolla, and all of a sudden you have to park the Corolla, right? So you jump in the Corolla. You're like, hey, how did I get up? How did I?
How did this happen? So
yeah, you know what I mean? It's that's how I feel. Riding the Monster. Look, I brought the Monster to Vegas. Driving the dry dirt desert. I took this thing to Florida. I took this thing everywhere. I brought it to London. Like I went everywhere to
okay, but let me ask you a question. First of all, how'd you get it there?
Oh, simple. You take the batteries out. Like a lot of people don't realize, like, all you have to do is take the batteries out of the wheel, okay? Ship the batteries with FedEx, separate. That's what I did. Everywhere I traveled, whether it's international shipping or local shipping, I just put the batteries in FedEx and I just shipped it to my hotel. Okay. I took the Monster and my wife's MSX, dumped them both in a suitcase with no batteries, and it was either carry on. I think for the Florida trip, because it was so big and heavy, obviously they were just luggage. We checked them in and that's it.
Okay.
That's it. We didn't have no problem. Nobody asked us any questions because obviously they put it through the scanners, and if there's no battery showing up on the scanner, they can't.
Right.
Yeah, there's no reason.
So I'm gonna jump into a question down the bottom because I was thinking the same thing too, and I'm sure you probably, all your fans, everybody that knows you is looking for your next video. So the question is, when's the next release?
Yeah. The next video, because for a lot of people don't know. First of all, the reason why I stopped making videos for a while is because a loved one died. Right.
Sorry to hear that, brother.
So, and it was catastrophic in the sense where I had to like take over, just stuff that, like my brothers, my younger brothers had to take over. Like I literally had to take over.
Right.
So I had to drop everything. And,
I feel
then we bought a house, so I'm in the house now. I just a lot of grown up stuff that I had to take care of. So, as much as I trust me, I have so many videos I haven't put out yet, but I just, grown man stuff first, obviously, right?
Adult
I gotta make sure the family's good. Adult things. Gotta make sure the family's first. Then I could, so now that like, things are starting to settle down. My next video will probably be in May for sure. It's definitely May. No, wait, are we in May right now? What am I saying? June. For sure. The first Tuesday in June, I'm going to put out a video for sure. So the first two, look out for that. And I'm going to continue going. And, assuming that nothing comes up again, drastic, I'll keep it going. I miss making videos. But the good thing is that we got people like EVX.
Yeah, definitely.
We got you. We got. And I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody.
No, we got a lot of people.
People that are sort of filling in and doing their part in spreading the word on EUCs, and E-skate. And I love it. And I watch everything. I may not comment, but I watch everything and I love it. I feel like, even VT who put out the no pussy shit, right? Like I love it. I love it all. And I missed it. I missed shooting videos. You have no idea.
We got you though.
But yeah, first Tuesday in June for sure. Let's do it.
Let me just throw this up for EVX real quick. He said his Nick video's dropping this week, so We got you,
Hey,
EVX. You know we all gonna be there watching. Um, so I'm scanning back, and they were talking about the wobble when we were talking about that, and okay,
hey,
so all right, I'm gonna move on to another question I had up here. How long you been filming? So we know when you
oh,
went back to riding,
yeah,
right? Were you
yeah.
filming before you started riding?
No, no.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's the funny thing. When when I started like learning how to write EUCs, I didn't even know what a camera was. Like I always knew what a camera was, but I didn't know how it works. Like, you just buy the Kodak thing and you press the button and it flashes and it takes a picture. But when I started riding with the NYC e-boarding collective, that's what we call ourselves at the time, the e-skate group. I was inspired on like the friendship that was involved. It was like people that came together because of a hobby, you know what I mean? And they were all chilling. You know how the booster boards, right? Like it's not like EUCs where they gotta charge every 10 minutes, right?
Right.
So like they would go to like a meetup spot and everybody's plugging in their booster boards. It was all booster boards. Everybody's plugging their booster and they're all just chilling, and they're all hanging out. And I'm the outsider because I'm riding the suitcase, right? And so, but I said to myself, I gotta figure out how I can tell this story. And so I went and I bought a Sony A6000, the mirrorless camera. And I bought an 18. No, I bought it was that lens was expensive. I bought a 8 to 10 millimeter lens f4. That lens cost $900. The camera was $600-700. But
that's where you started?
yeah, that's where I started.
Okay.
That's where I started. And I was figuring out things like, how am I gonna hold this, and I bought a gimbal. I bought the Xeon Crane version 1 or some nonsense. And that was all that was like another $1,000. And so and I'm a skinny guy, right? Like I'm holding this stuff and this thing is heavy, it's hurting my arm. And but at this point I trust the wheel. Like I'm one with the wheel. So like I know this wheel ain't gonna give up on me. You know what I'm saying? Unless I do some dumb shit, which I was doing back in the day.
Yoda. You were one with the wheel.
Yeah. But yeah, to answer your question, I started filming when the first time I met up with the E-Skate crew. And the idea was to tell the story of how a bunch of people just hanging out, riding their favorite PEVs. That's it. Tell that story. And I've been doing it from there ever since. And
right.
Watch the videos. I've sort of, I'm not going to pat myself on the back, but I would hope that
go for it, bro.
I've evolved to a point where I'm getting a little bit better. I'm a story straight out. I'm not as good as EVS. I think his cinematography is fucking amazing.
It is.
But
it is.
I feel like it's next level stuff. But I feel like I could do my part in showing you my vision of what is going on here in New York City. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. And that you do. So again, shout out to EVX. But he does video production. So I think him coming into the game was like the next evolution from what you started. Like, you know what I mean? Because you started with the dope cinematography on the wheel, and you put it at a point where people like me who were like watching, like, I think I want to do that. And then when you do, like, every video I make, I have good music. I don't care if I'm talking about a camera or whatever. I love music. So the music in my videos, I think is dope. And, and so I felt that from you. And then when he came in the game, he brought that crazy video production to a level where I was like, wait a minute, this is where we can go here. You know what I mean? And but so I like the fact that brothers like you started it with, it was all passion. You didn't have the skill. You didn't go. It wasn't like you came out of film school and was like, okay, now I'm gonna ride a wheel. You know what I mean? You was riding the wheel and you're like, yo, I want to capture this. So I'm about to learn how to do it. I'm about to learn how to do it.
Dude, you have and teach yourself. That's what I did. Taught myself. And what came out of it was pretty amazing because like there was a guy who was driving his car on the West Side. I'll never forget this day. West Side Highway. And I'm just riding my Gotway Monster at the time. And this dude, like, I thought he was trying to kill me. He kept honking at me, like, and I'm like, dude, he just, like, he didn't cut me off, but it was getting kind of dangerous. So finally we stopped at the light. And I'm about to yell, like, dude, what's your problem? He's like, yo, I'm sorry, but I need to talk to you. And then he started telling me how, he shoots shorts and, short films, and
Right.
he could use a guy like me, and he's willing to teach me, he knows I have the camera in my hand at the time. He's willing to teach me. So now,
Okay.
what came out of that is I work with a director who shoots his own short films, right? So, and I'm learning a lot from him, like on being on set,
Right.
and had boom mics and cameras and all this craziness. So, so my advice to you, obviously, because I know you say you're getting into it, is dude, just do it, like Nike, just
Yeah. No,
grab
look,
a camera.
I grab some of everything when it comes to gear. I got all kind of gear. My problem is for those who actually know, I mean I have two jobs that take up a lot of my time. You know what I mean? I'm in law enforcement and I'm in the military on top of loving all my gadgets and gear. So a lot of it's time. Time management is my problem. You know what I mean? I don't have
Yeah,
enough time to do all the things, and I have a
God,
wonderful, 5 members to my family. So there's always something to be done. So, but I film a lot and I have a lot of stuff I haven't even been able to put together because I'm like, I
yeah,
haven't even done my official review of the 16X, which is coming real
16X, yeah.
soon. It's coming real
Had a
soon.
Yeah, I had a Nikolai video that I shot a review, and I just haven't, like you
Yeah.
said, it's just time management.
I got
You
tons
know,
of footage and I
yeah,
love. Oh, you know what? And as a matter of fact, now that I say that, I'm gonna get down to one of my final questions. Was because I love putting the video together, right? And hold up. Let me actually get to this before I do that. Afiz, you are 100% right. He said Tishawn's videos have sold thousands of wheels.
Let's talk about that. I'll give you a story. I'll give you a quick story. Uh, rest in peace to Brad Webster. I don't know if you
Okay.
guys know him.
Mm-mm.
He owned the company called Gotway America. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that company, Gotway America. And there was a whole conspiracy story behind that. I don't really know the details, so I'm not gonna get into it. But I was the ambassador for Gotway America for a while. And basically he would just ship me any new Gotway wheel that came out. Like he would just ship it to me. And
Uh-huh.
he even said, he was like, yo, T, the reason why I'm doing this is because your videos is why I have a business now. And I'm just like, can I get paid too? You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm just joking. But yeah, it was never about the money. I don't sell things. It's just a passion thing for me.
Right.
It's not. It's So I always told Brad, I was like, Brad, listen, I'll even buy the. He's like, no. Listen, you already paid for your wheels like 10,000 times over. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? So, but he passed. I honestly don't know what happened. It was just I just heard stories and I just whatever. But yeah, it was it's funny if he's mentioned that because I heard that a couple of times.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Just to
true.
read it.
Everybody I
Yeah.
talk to, what, what's up, Marco? Matt Pack's in the house. Yeah,
Marco.
everybody says the same thing. They're like, "Yo, whose videos?" Tishawn's, man. I was watching Tishawn's videos, man. That dude, and it's like it's legit, like for real. Like,
Yeah.
I even have
Bro,
somebody. I even have somebody else that I'm working with that I'm mentoring who's just starting out, and he just started, and some of the things that I'm telling him, I use like EVX or U as examples if I don't have something
yeah.
to show him. I'm like, watch this
Yeah.
video right here. You see how like the slow motion, the speed ramp, the
Yeah.
fact that the
Yeah.
the action comes in on the beat. I said that's how you make it watchable and you enjoy it. Like I watch videos sometimes and I watch now. Some people are different, and look, I don't want to offend anyone, but
Of course.
if you make a ride video and it has no music and it has no cuts
I,
and it has
yeah.
no build up, no, I have trouble
Yeah.
watching that because to me
It's
I'm like,
funny. Yeah.
but some
Yeah.
people,
It's funny you mention that. It's
yeah,
funny you mention that because when I was and I'm sure Mickey did the same. Like you do your homework, right? Now that I'm one with this wheel, I'm trying to tell this story. Let me see what videos are out there that people already know, right? You go on YouTube and you just see, and I'm not again. I don't care if I offend anybody. I actually shit to be honest. But when you see these, they're just stiff and they're like sticks and they're just like leaning forward and
yeah,
no music,
for
no
the
cuts. It's just,
whole video.
yeah, and it's like 30 minutes long, and I'm just like, and I say to myself, like, all right, maybe there is a crowd for this, but again, I want to get people into this. I want like now I'm starting to see commercials with EUCs in it, which I think is freaking fantastic. But I think we can get bigger than that, right?
Yeah.
So when you watch a 30-minute video of no music, no cuts, just a guy staring there, leaning
Zombie
forward,
riders, I hear you,
like they're scared, look like they're afraid, like they, and it's like, how is this appealing? How are people gonna be drawn to this? How are people gonna say, you know what, I want to try that? And maybe there are people like that. Maybe they are.
There are. No, legit. You see the comment, right? Legitimately, there are people. And listen, we are not trying to rag on people. We're just talking about preference. And
preference.
Listen, I did an interview with the One Wheel crew. You know, what's up, Amanda? Whenever she sees this, and my man Cold Crush, and they were talking about like Cold Crush was saying. He was saying that he likes watching those videos. He likes watching the ride, and I'm like, okay,
and that's fine. But music, like Two Slice said, music is life. Yes, it's you got to feel it, and if people can't feel it, how they gonna be interested in riding? You know what I mean? Like, again, my job is still to recruit as much people as possible and join us, see why we're having a good time, man. Ride with like-minded people, you know what I'm saying? And let's ride, man. Like I keep it wheel. That's my keep it wheel.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Look, I tell them, you see, I started this wheel life, right? Because wheel life is real life. Let's go.
That's right. Thank you.
For real. Look. I made stickers and shirts. Link below.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, that's right.
Look,
it's life.
It's in green, red, and gray. And I just like the idea that we're all, and I don't care. Look, EUC, this one's for EUC, but I'm gonna do one for One Wheel, for skateboards, all that, because electric wheels, personal electric vehicles is the future. It's the future, no doubt. And I don't even know where we're going with this. It's gonna get crazy because I mean they're throwing in suspension. Some people like it, some people don't. But there's a lot to be said about the advancement of this technology and the fact that we can. I mean, a light guy can do 50 miles an hour on one of these wheels, and it's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. That's
the
crazy.
Idea. Just think about hoverboards, right? And
which kind of like fucked us all over if you think about it.
They did. You know, that exploding battery shit.
Just exploding batteries nonsense. Yeah.
Made everybody suspect.
Is that a hoverboard? I'm like, how does it even look like call it a suitcase? Like, don't call it a hoverboard. Like,
for real. Like legit on a hoverboard, I'm doing 8 miles an hour. You know what I mean? My daughters have the hoverboards, and I said, let's go to the tennis court, because that's the only where you can really ride. You can't ride in the street.
Can't ride it. Yeah, exactly.
So I look at that, and they say that's like a hoverboard, huh? I said, this is nothing like a hoverboard.
Nothing like, don't do that.
Nothing. Do that. It does like 5 times, 6 times without. No, this is not like a hoverboard.
And so now you get these stupid signs that says, "Hey, no hoverboards or trains." I'm just like,
yeah. How you gonna say that to me? I'm like, don't insult me.
Don't insult me, right? Insult me.
Look. Exactly. Not like I'm saying I hate hoverboards, but I'm saying, how do you put this in the same category as category? You know what I mean? Whatever. But another
like
thing,
EVX said, don't they explode? I'm like, if they explode, I want to be riding one. How about that? All right, I have a bright future. I think I want to live. You know, like, come on.
So,
oh my God,
this is what I wanted to ask you. When does it come to life for you? When you're filming, or when you're editing? Because some people. Some people when they're filming, it's like, oh my God. And then other people, when they're editing, they're like, oh, that's when it comes to life. When is it for you?
All right. I think that's a multi-question. It comes to like I lived in New York all my life, right? Yep. Okay. And I thought I've been around everywhere in New York. I thought I've been everywhere. But when it comes to life is when I could go to areas that I didn't think I can go. Does that make sense? Like, we either drive our bikes, or we ride our bikes, or we drive our cars. But when you can, like, you're able to go anywhere. Like, think about that for a second, right? Like if I need to like for all the people who deliver food, right? Perfect example. Like, oh, this guy, oh, he's 30 minutes away. I could jump on my wheel and go there, and it's not 30 minutes anymore. It's 20 minutes, right? Because I'm going at whatever speed. But anyway, it comes to life when I realize I could go anywhere I want. I think that's when it comes to life. I could go anywhere I want at not any speed but for the most part, as fast as I want, and not have to worry about sitting in traffic. So that in itself is already like, holy shit, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Now, as far as filming and telling the story, to me, it comes to life when I'm editing.
Okay.
When I'm editing, because I think I don't know if Mickey said it. I forgot what he said about this, but I shoot to edit. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Right.
In the sense of like, I already envision. Like, first of all, I'm observing what people are doing. Yeah. I'm always observing. Like, okay, right now we're going 35 miles per hour. This dude on his Cali is carving like crazy. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got to get the shot. But what is the shot going to look like if I'm over here on his left or on his right? If I shoot it from below, and literally, bro, no lie, as I'm riding 35, 37, 39, I'm already changing the settings to slow motion mode. Looking down at the camera, looking up to make sure I ain't crashing nobody else. But I'm already like, this shot is going to look dope if I do it this way. You know what I mean?
Right.
So to answer your question, I'm shooting to edit. So I'm already envisioning the story so that when I get home, I upload to the computer. Yo, I remember that shot was dope. Maybe this is gonna be the first scene. This is gonna be the second scene. Like, I already know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and like I always get these questions like, "Hey, Tishawn, what camera do you use? What lens do you use?" And look, I get it, right? Like, the videos look good. At the end of the day, it's not the camera. Like, people don't. It's not the camera. Like, I can do the same thing on the GoPro. I can. I can shoot. I may not have the focal length that I want, but I guarantee you I could shoot almost the same type of videos on a GoPro. I could probably shoot on my iPhone. Yeah. I've done it on my iPhone, and people didn't even realize. So it's not the camera. It's just mix it up a little bit. There's wide angles, there's medium shots, there's tight. But you just got to mix it up a little bit. You know what I mean? So it comes to life while I'm putting the story together in the editing room, for sure. Mm-hmm. My editing is, I have to find the song first. I have to find the song first. That's how it works for me. Yeah. Find the song first.
The soul of the video is the music.
Yep. Once I find the song first, then I edit the video. That's a lot of people are going to tell you, Tishawn, that's not the right way. There is no right or wrong way. People don't realize that. There's no such. My way is find a song that matches the mood, the taste of sometimes I use the song more than once because it's just
Yep.
Yo, I love that song.
Repeat it.
Yes.
Honestly, now hold on. I'm gonna throw this in here before I even say anything else. But several people, Mad Pack, he's saying that he shoots like 2 hours and 15 minutes for a 25-minute video. EVX is saying he says he shoots 8 hours of footage every episode. Honestly,
no, that's correct.
Honestly,
that's
like
correct.
I know.
That's correct.
I know that I have had, like, my first video I made on EUC when I met these dudes and we were riding and we went to Northampton. It was like, I think the video was like 20 something minutes because I was like just in love and I wanted to show everything. And then I'm like, no, though. Like, I watch it back now. I'm like, no, that's not. And then when I shorten it down and now my goal is like 10 minutes. And that's somewhere around there. Sometimes it goes up to 12, 14, whatever, but 10 minutes is my goal. And I'm trying to even get under that now because 10 minutes is the goal, obviously, for the whole commercials and ads thing. But I want to cut it even down further than that because I just want snippets for people to enjoy. Because when I watch videos, I don't know about you, but I be rocking. When I'm watching it, when I'm editing, I'm like, I'm feeling it.
Go. Like I overuse the shit out of sound effects. People don't realize sound effects. It
Me too.
Brings out.
Me too.
Like I rock out too, man. And let me tell you something. If a video is delayed, it's because I couldn't find the right song. Like I not put out a video unless I find the right song, and that's the truth. Like people are like, yo, what happened to this Tuesday? What happened to this? I'm like, yo, man, I didn't find the right song. I'm sorry. Like that.
Legit.
I treat it as my resume. Yeah, it's my resume.
Yeah.
Gotta make so
Somebody's
I
asking
know.
about music. I use
Yep, yep,
Epidemic Sound. That's what
yeah.
I use.
So yep, I use the same. I use academic, but I always reach out to people on SoundCloud. Like
Yeah.
I send them messages. Sometimes I gotta pay for the music.
Yep.
Majority of the time, I'm donating paper. I'm PayPaling people like, yo,
Yep.
listen, can I use your song in this video? Some people say, yo, listen, give me $20. If I like the beat enough, I'll pay the $20.
Yep.
Sometimes just pay for the song. No problem. $5 here, $1 here. It just depends on the I guess the person that makes the beats. Sometimes I just take the music from movies. Like again, this is a passion for me. So I don't care if I make money from these videos. I
Right.
don't. Like most of my videos are demonetized because
Mm-hmm.
I always get these stupid notifications from YouTube saying, "Hey, this
Strike.
artist has flagged your," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, just
Yeah.
don't remove the
Yeah.
video." So now what YouTube started doing is if you use a song from an artist or from a movie, whatever, anything if the video is making money, the proceeds go to the artist or the company. You don't get
Right.
any of that stuff. And I get comments like, "Oh man, you make it." I'm like, I ain't making no money. Like,
No.
especially if it's a song that you guys know. Chances are, whoever made that song is getting all the proceeds. I can show you guys the email. So, to answer your question, I get it from anybody who makes good music, pretty much. So,
Okay.
and if I got
Okay.
to steal a song from a movie, and I have videos where like I use The Matrix, I've used Creed, like any beat that sounds nice that I know
Yeah.
is going to help me tell the story. I take it and I use it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, the thing for me, and I think that's why this is so addicting for me, is that
Yeah,
when I find a good song and I know
yeah,
I got all this stuff that I filmed, like right now I'm real mad because I want to put out the video for the 16X, my review, because I was riding off road and I was going. They had dirt bike jumps and stuff, and I mean
mm-hmm.
not like I was getting airborne or nothing. I was just riding through the woods, but I was zipping and I was feeling it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And I
yeah,
was like, I want to translate that to a video, and I
yeah.
and I know
Into
the
a video.
minute that I find
Yeah,
the dope track that speaks to
gonna be a
me,
dope.
I'm gonna be
Yep.
like
Yes.
all in
Good.
it, and
That's
I be
right.
down here
That's right.
editing, and I'm like, I wish I could share this with somebody. I'm like, you know
That's
what I
right.
mean?
With
And
somebody. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And yeah, I have so much material. When I say the same exact thing, like the moment I find something that fits this video, I'm gonna release it because
yeah, yeah.
it's just gonna amplify the feeling that I'm getting even more. You
Yeah.
know?
And I'm learning from EVX and from, from watching, even still rewatching your videos and stuff,
Yeah.
how to cut more, like leave more out. It's hard because you want,
Too much is.
yes,
Yeah.
you want
Yeah.
just enough to tell the story or just enough to feel it. And my problem
Yeah.
is I always like those people who don't know what we're talking about, who don't know about EUCs. I'm like, yeah, but I want them to see this. Yeah, but I want, and I'm like, no, they don't need to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And like my biggest critic is my wife, because she doesn't like any of this stuff. She's not big into gadgets. She doesn't. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so if I let her watch something, she's like, why don't you just get to the point?
Yeah.
And
It's
I'm like,
funny you mentioned that.
yeah, and I'm like, you know what? It's
Yeah.
funny, but she's right. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
a lot of
So
a lot of stuff that I put in, I'm like, I don't
yeah.
need to put that in because the point's been made by this. So I'm learning how to cut that stuff out. But it's hard
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
when you feel the action, you're like, yo, oh, they're gonna feel this. Oh, they're gonna, and even though I mean my videos aren't the best, but if you go back and look, first of all, I know my energy and enthusiasm is just me.
That's right.
There's no
That's
replacing.
you.
I'm
That's
me.
right.
You know what I mean? So I may not
Right.
make the
That's
best
right.
videos, but ain't nobody do me like me. So if you go back,
Exactly.
if
That's
you go
it. Yep.
you go back and watch some of my
Yep.
videos, you after watching this, you'll be like, damn, that is a dope track. You know what I mean? Or yo,
Exactly. Exactly.
he's right. That's
Exactly.
hot because
That's
the music
exactly.
is off the chain. You know what I mean? I may
Yeah.
not have done the best job editing because I'm still getting better at it. And
Learning. We all learning.
yeah, I get upset because I want people, like I look at one of my videos and I look at the end of the video and I'm like, oh my god, I know this is good, but nobody got to the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it was a
So
17-minute
yeah.
video and nobody watched that long. I'm like,
Yep.
oh,
Yep. We live in a time where a lot of the attention span of the average person is just it's short. It's short.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So like I used to be that way. I used to put out 20-minute videos, 30-minute videos. And I realized, right, like if you look at the analytics, I realized right away, like nobody's watching a 30-minute video,
Nope.
you know, unless like people are dying or falling in every minute of the video. Everybody likes to fall, right? Like
Yep.
everybody loves falls, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the attention span of the average person is it's pretty low these days. So with that being said, and my wife, it's funny you get insight from your wife because my wife is with me obviously.
I wish mine would.
Yeah. Oh, bro, I that's another story for another day. But I had to get her into it. She loves it now. But she was the same way. Like, yo, why don't you just show them the best part of the video, and then that way, you know, if they watch the whole thing, they could see where that part of the video fit in. So it's all right, bet. So now, if you notice, like I think in season 4, what I started doing was I always put up the highlight of the video in the very beginning. Then it jumps to the intro, and then it tells the story afterwards, right? And I do that to let people know, yo, this is what happened today. You know what I mean? Like for instance, the last video that you showed where Bucero, you know, one of my cool friends, the taxi driving up his door.
Yeah, you put that at the beginning.
Yeah, right away. Like this is what happened.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He opened up the door and Bucero went past and slammed the door right back. Like now, if that was a noob, if that was a person that probably never, like his first time riding in New York City, because people open their cab doors without even looking all the time.
He would have crashed.
He would have crashed. But because Bucero's been riding for so long, he has experience, we already know to give the cabs or whatever car enough space so that if they open the door, you know what I'm saying? We know that, all right, we're not going to get hit. So long story short, I now try to like show the best part in the very beginning, like the highlight of the video in the very beginning. And then if you still feel like watching to know how we got to that, then so be it. You know
right. And that's and that's what I like because that's storytelling. You know what I mean? And I'm just starting to get that idea. And you know what I mean? And again, if I had all the time in the world to edit like I want, then I would do so much more. So now that I'm like, okay, you know, you got limited time.
What time do you edit? Huh? Like what time do you edit your videos? Like
whenever I can. Okay. Whenever I can, because you know, legitimately, I take my computer with me sometimes, and no matter where I'm at, I'll be trying to edit because I'm like, okay, click. Even if I edit like 2 scenes, you know what I mean, and then when I get back, okay, then I'll jump back into it, and then in MadPack, he Marcos was saying something about about editing, and he over and over, and I'm like, yo, when I edit, I watch that video a million times, you know what I mean, and it's like I watch. And how did the vibe feel? And then I'm like, okay, did that feel good? Do I feel like this gonna translate well to that person or the people watching? And I'm like, nah, cut this out. You know. So,
that's right.
But I mean, now I film with the Insta360 1R.
How do you like that camera?
I love it.
Yeah?
I absolutely love it. I film a lot with that. I don't film with my DSLR, but mostly because I don't trust myself, I guess.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have the Insta360 1R, and I have the X also, but the 1R I use, and the GoPro, the 8, the Hero 8. So I use those two primarily, but I got the Canon M50, and I want to take it out and run with it, but I'm like, nah, especially because the M50 is like this little magic camera that does a whole lot. Everybody's live streaming with it like I am right now. you know, so I'm like, nah, I'm gonna leave it set up here. And I'll just use my action cameras, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So one thing I learned, because I agree with you in the sense, like the last thing you want to do is just destroy your gear, right? So one thing I learned, and I think I told Mickey this as well, and anybody else who buy a camera, I buy all my gear from B&H, which is a big camera shop in New York City, and I always get insurance. I get a 2-year insurance,
right?
And it is 2 years of accidental damage. So that way, if I destroy my I have the A7 III, which is $2,000 camera. If I destroy my $2,000 camera, they either fix it or they send me a new one. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And the reason why I do that is because, again, I want to give you guys the best quality possible in my videos. And even though the Insta360, I forgot what size sensor. I think it's like 1/4. I don't remember the exact size. I love filming at night.
Yeah, I think the original is 1/4, but you can get a 1-inch sensor.
1-inch sensor, yeah. So I love filming at night. And there is no, and maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But I have the GoPro Max and I have the Insta360 R. I just got the R not too long ago. But they to me they suck at nighttime. And I played with like the ISO settings, but they just don't. And I love shooting. Like to me, in New York, at least in New York City, that's where all the animals come. I call them animals, like the VTs and the the kamikaze. These guys, the real. I call them my hardcore ride. That's when they come out at nighttime.
Yeah,
and that's when they go crazy.
Yeah.
And I need to shoot nighttime footage. And
so then you
my
need
mirrorless
something.
camera. Yeah, my mirrorless camera, hands down, is the best. The Sony mirrorless, at least in my opinion, when it comes to low light. I think Mickey would tell you the same. He has a mirrorless as well. The low light capability is insane. So with that being said, I never shot a EUC ride with a 360 camera. And I think it's because of the editing process. I think, do you edit it with the app or you actually bring it to?
See, I was just about to get there because Mad Pat's talking about the GoPro's better. No, sorry, it's not. The Max is nice, but their
audio though. Wait. The Max's audio is superior to the Insta one.
Yes.
I'll give them that.
But with the audio out, they have the audio out.
Has a mic. That's right.
Yes. Hold on. As a matter of fact, where's it at? Because I was just about to do a video on that too, with this little mic adapter, and it's so tiny. Right?
Is that the Rode? Yeah, the Rode wireless. Nice.
Yeah, I got the wireless Go, so I was like, I can clip it on here and be out. So that's coming. You know what I mean? So yes, the audio is not as good as the GoPro Max, but the GoPro Max audio is not that great. It's just better than the R.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. It's better than the R. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not some audio that you would use. Okay, your DSLR with a nice Rode mic. You telling me you getting better audio out of your GoPro Max? No, you're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that little. So yes, the audio is not what you're using it for, though. That's the thing to me.
That's true.
When you're using a 360 camera, you're using a 360 camera because of what it can do. You know what I mean?
What it can do. Got it.
You can get those, around the world globe shots. You can get all that magic.
That's your Tiny Planet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've never shot an EUC view with those yet. I do own both. I actually own all three, the 1X, R, and the Max. But I think it's just.
You asked me about how I edit it, right?
Yeah. How do you edit it? Yes.
Editing on the app is dope, and the app, and not just the app on your phone. Well, for the X, I was using the app on desktop because they have the desktop for Mac. They have it for Windows machines too, but I was using it on there. But now for the R, I edit it. And this is weird because this is the only time I've ever done this, and I thought I would hate it. I edit right on the phone for the 360 part of it. So I'll be on the go, and long as the camera's on, it's connected, and I'll edit the 360 portion of it, getting which angles I want, and then I'll import that in and then chop it up in Final Cut.
Final Cut.
Yeah, so the flow is pretty dope. Sense. The flow is pretty dope. I like it. You're gonna like the R, and they
definitely gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, they put a lot of little things in the R as far as features that make it easy for you to edit, like certain clips. Like I did one, and they have little contests, who could edit this and do that. So I tried, like I did one where I'm spinning the stick, and I got different backgrounds behind me. And I did a little video clip, and it came out dope with the music, and I was like, yo, that took me like a minute, 3 minutes tops. Okay. I was like, this is dope. So they have a lot of little things that help you edit. So I like that. You know what I mean? Again, a lot of people would prefer to bring the whole footage into Final Cut or into Adobe and do it there. So, I mean, no matter how you do it, there's an adjustment.
Makes sense. That makes sense. I think song wearable tech can show real-time speedometer. Does the 1X, does the 1R have a speed overlay?
Not on
geometric data?
Not for the camera itself, no.
Okay.
But there is obviously if you're doing for speed overlays, that's the app you're using anyway. That's not the camera.
Yeah. because I know the GoPro can do it. I've never tried it, but I know it connects to GPS inside the camera, and I never tested out to know for
Oh,
sure.
okay. Now I
So,
know what you're talking about. Okay, I got you, got you,
yeah,
got you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then you can
No,
add like an overlay, and then yeah,
yeah. I don't know if now I know what you're talking about. I don't know who
yeah.
asked that question, but yeah, no, I don't know.
Okay,
Oh, he says the 1R has issues with batteries. I bought 2 batteries and I haven't had an issue. I don't
yeah,
know if there's an ongoing thing. I'll look into it, but I know I haven't had a problem with the batteries. And
got it.
as a
Yeah,
matter of fact, maybe it's because I'm always prepared, the prepared
yeah,
mind.
yeah.
I don't
Exactly,
know, but
exactly.
like I go somewhere and I have it's USB-C, so I have a USB-C cable. So if I'm sitting down and I got my phone in my hand and I'm gonna edit real quick, I'll turn the camera on, and the camera's only this big, so I'll throw the camera
Uh-huh.
on. You know what I mean? Plug it up, and I don't
Got
even think
it,
about the
got it.
battery. And then I'm editing. I'm like, man, I could be anywhere.
Anywhere.
I was in a coffee shop. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, that's a dope angle.
that's dope.
And once you figure out how to do it,
Yeah.
honestly, it feels like super easy.
Okay.
I want them to allow me to do it on the Mac though. I do, and I don't know if that's coming or what the idea is or how they have it set up. But I know that right now it's set up so that you just do it on the phone, and
I
even if you have a 1X, you can
yeah.
use the 1R app. So those of
App.
you
Okay,
got
got it.
those of you got a 1X, you can use the updated app, which is dope. So
Got it. So I think what I hated, not to like be the devil. I think what I hated, now that I'm thinking about it, what I hated about the 360 stuff is the proprietary, stuff that the Instant 360 or the GoPro use. I think Instant 360 has like a .insv file, so it's not like
yes,
an MOV
right,
or
right, right,
MP4 where you could just drop into like Adobe Premiere
right,
or Final Cut. I think you have to go through this export
yep.
phase, and obviously depending on how fast your computer is, at 5.2 or 5.7K resolution and all this craziness, you
But
know,
that
yeah,
problem was more GoPro, and
okay,
because what was the Fusion? The
yeah. Oh,
Fusion
I got rid of that thing
the
real fast. Yeah,
Fusion is when
that
that
was horrible.
issue really came into play because people were
Yeah,
having trouble. Because you know what I do for my footage? Honestly, I'll
mm,
edit it on the phone real quick, and all I'm doing is getting the angle that I want, right? Because obviously
that
in
you want,
Final Cut, you're gonna cut where you want and do this and that.
regardless.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
yep.
and then I airdrop. I can
Mm.
I airdrop a file from my phone to my Mac in like seconds.
Oh shit! I didn't
Yo,
think of that.
it
Is it the
doesn't
full resolution one, or is it like
full.
the
I, I'm
really?
telling you, airdrop is like magic.
Learn something new every day.
I love AirDrop, man.
Okay,
If you're working
interesting.
off a Mac
Yeah,
and
I work off a Mac. Yeah,
an
I work off a Mac.
iPhone, if you got a
Yeah,
Mac and an iPhone that you're working off of, man, it
yep.
is like it's
That's
like
my setup.
magic. It really is
Say
because
no more.
I come home, I sit here and I'm like swipe, 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 all done, AirDrop. Okay,
Yeah.
let's
See,
get into
Jesse
it.
said 1080. That's why. So I don't know.
Yes. Yup. Yup. Yup.
Yeah.
1080 now. Right. I'm not working with 4K files.
Okay, got it, got
I'm
it.
not working with 4K files. If you want to work off the 4K version, now that's going to be a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yep, yep,
Um,
yep.
um, somebody real talk said if we get a Coogee roll on here, then it'll be us.
Hey man, Coogee was supposed to come to New York. We were supposed to ride together.
Uh,
He was telling me, "Oh, I can outride you and all this craziness." I'm like, "Come through anytime you want. We'll show you the business."
what?
But he grew up. I think he grew up in. I don't think he grew up in New York or California. He said something. I remember, and then he moved
Wait,
out there.
you were
So
telling me that Coogee rolls dropped the challenge?
yes, he did.
He dropped the
Yes, he
challenge.
did. He
Oh,
was supposed to come
listen.
out here.
Oh, everybody, look, spam Coogee. The challenge is on. Coogee
I was
and Tishawn.
yo.
Coogee and Tishawn 2020 race. It's on. What? We about to get it done.
Yo,
But
but
let me give you a quick rundown just in case, because we already at an hour and 42.
got it.
We got Afiz K. He's coming up. Afiz is in the house and he's gonna be here. We got my man Vinny T. Vinny T is gonna be here, of course. He wants to come through and talk about, let me guess, speed.
That's right.
and
That's it.
and then we
Yo,
got
me and go ahead. Sorry.
no, go ahead. What was you gonna say?
Me and VT gonna race soon. We're gonna shoot
Okay.
that. We're gonna race. We
Yeah,
racers
shoot
though
that.
in New York.
Everybody wants to see that.
Yeah,
Everybody
we're gonna
wants to see
shoot
that.
that. We gonna
And
race.
then I'm gonna wrap it up with Kitty rides. We gonna get Kitty rides in here. She's coming through
Nice,
too. So
nice.
but yeah, and we gonna I'm gonna reach out and see if I can grab a couple more because there's some more people I wanted to talk to. And honestly, this is just a conversation, y'all. I mean, Afiz, I appreciate you being here, bro. I see you. Yeah. So I um I want everybody to come through. Honestly, I just want us to talk
Yeah, man.
because so many of you guys, I can't. I mean, I see you out there, and I may hit you up in like Telegram or whatever, but I don't get a chance to like ride with y'all and talk to y'all. This is a conversation that I wanted to happen, and I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna start,
Mhm.
whatever, just do it, whatever. And I ain't know how to do none of that. I was like, all right, give me a second. Click, click, click. We live. you
That's
know?
right. That's right. Hey, look, like you just got to do it.
Yo,
You just
for
got to do it.
real.
That's
So
it.
the Wheel Life live stream, you know what I mean? Like I said, keep it going, keep it together. Now, and I'm gonna keep talking to people, but even you know what I mean, even if it comes to a point where people tied up, they can't make it, that's all right. If you can, you
Yeah,
can jump in, but if not, I'll be bringing it to y'all and talk to y'all, and we'll talk through the comments. So I
that's it.
love the conversation. So
That's
um
it.
but before we wrap up, I just want to make sure we went through all these questions because I know I didn't. Oh, here we go. S18 or V11? What does Tishawn
Uh,
think?
Say that again. Which one? What?
S18 or the V11?
Okay. Well, again, I'm a King Song fan, so I'm a choose King Song regardless.
Okay. Okay.
Um, but my just obviously I know you want to wrap up, so I'll make this quick. I think I mentioned this to somebody. I don't remember who it was. The suspension thing I think is pretty cool. I also think it's a gimmick. I feel like part of the EUC experience is actually like being prepared for like the bumps and the dips and
Okay.
actually either you have to swerve around them or jump over them. You know what I mean? When it gets to the point when again I can't stress enough, you just standing there and the wheels doing all the work and it has a little shocks and it's just bouncing up and down. I feel like it gets boring really quick. You know what I mean? I think you lose the experience. It's almost like riding a bike. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
shocks doing all the work. So I think that's half of the experience. Actually riding your wheel and being what the wheel means, riding over the bumps and jumping over the sidewalks and jumping over the steps if you have to. When the shocks are doing all the work, I feel like you lose what makes it a wheel. You lose that half of the experience. You know what I'm saying? Now, is it something that can potentially help noobs? Yeah, it shocks, right? It absorbs, and to me personally, I feel like it's just something extra to break, right? I feel like honestly, I feel like it's another thing, extra thing. It's bad enough when your wheel crashes, right? It splits into 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. But now, when the shocks break, your wheel's done. Like people don't realize, like if your shocks break, that up and down goes out the window. It's over. You know what I mean? So I'm all for it. I think it's cool, and I think is it an evolution? Maybe. I also think it's a gimmick. You know what I mean? And I also think it takes away from the EUC experience altogether, right? Now, obviously, I've never tried one, so it's at this point it's just an opinion,
Right.
But I will pick the King Song just because again, like I like what King Song does in the EUC world. You know what I mean? I know the guys who make the emotions. Like I know the guy, the ambassador. I know the guy who, the engineer. I know the guy.
Right.
He's a cool guy. I just don't. I don't know what the improvement is from the V10 to the V. Like there's not enough information other than shocks.
Well,
to
not
say,
35 miles an hour.
Which is not bad, but we're talking about an emotion.
But listen, okay. V10F was
or,
V10F was 25. so,
all right, so if you throw that in the mix, that's true. If you throw that in the mix, it's a huge improvement. But
the reason I say that though, Tishawn, is because InMotion is known for their safety and stability and quality product, right? And
yeah.
I was waiting for their next update. Like the V10F, I couldn't bring myself to buy. I was like, I just can't buy that wheel because it's not fast enough, right? So
fast enough, yeah.
Now when you look at the V11, it goes 35 miles an hour, and they updated the batteries, and I'm like, okay, now we're talking. This is the next step, and they happen to throw on suspension. So to
Suspension.
me,
Yeah.
I'm not looking at that wheel like it's the suspension, the end all be all of it. No, I'm looking at
Got
it.
it. But
It's
it's a huge improvement from what I
yeah,
am. Yeah. But again, this goes back to my driving the Lamborghini and the Ferrari, and jumping back to the Corolla, right? When you ride a Gotway that does 40 miles per hour, and then you buy a $2,500 wheel that does 35 miles per hour,
wait,
you gotta ask
it's
yourself,
hold on. It's
yeah,
1999, bro. It's
I see.
1999. All
Okay,
right.
my bad. All right, that takes the dollar away, right? You gotta ask yourself, like, should I pay this amount of money? And 35 mile per hour is a good speed, but that's the brink, meaning that's the beep 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 beep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not like, hey, that's the buffer, and then you allow it to 38. No, 35 is that beep 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 beep. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
in reality, you're probably gonna be doing like 31 or
Right.
32.
32. Right.
So again, when you jump from a Lamborghini to a Corolla, it's just like,
Yeah. No, and I
yeah,
understand that 100%.
yeah,
That's why
yeah,
I want that wheel as a suspension wheel, but
makes
then
sense.
I still want a 100-volt wheel. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Being like I said, being a guy who weighs as much as I do,
yeah,
I'm
you
like,
want the power that can, yeah,
yeah. I want a
yeah,
wheel that's like I need that I
yeah,
need that tiger wheel that's like out, and I can't
yeah,
get that. Um, I can't get that unless you know what I mean. Unless I buy one of the Gotway wheels, and
exactly. And
and I
and again, they have their flaws too. They don't have a suspension wheel yet. I heard they're coming out with something big, and it's probably
supposedly,
ugly as hell.
yep,
We know it's gonna be
yep,
ugly, right? But so far, the best looking wheel, like again, the Z10 to me is still the sexiest EUC out right now. Let's just get that out there. That is it's a beautiful wheel. It's sad of its history. It's sad what happened as far as like all the issues they have, but it's a beautiful wheel. Um, Now the King Song with the shocks, that's beautiful. That black with the
yeah,
that
yeah,
that wheel is. I will get that wheel.
yeah. But
Um,
it's
it's just beautiful.
that's 31.
I know, but it's because it's beautiful. Like
Yeah,
again, it's a passion thing.
yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
fan. It's a passion thing.
Right,
Am I
right.
gonna join a group ride with a bunch of Callies and LaCroix and Godway monsters? Hell no. I'm gonna be left behind. But it's a beautiful way to look at. It's like this. I have this. It's like Z10. It's a beautiful way to look at, right? And it's a piece of it's us, right? It's a
Right.
piece of what we are about. It's us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Z10 is the most beautiful wheel to me in my opinion. King Song, the new one, and then the emotion. It's ugly, man. It's
You
ugly,
know,
man.
look, I see, but I don't think so. I think it looks like a tank, and I like that look. But
God,
I do admit that the King
yeah,
Song looks like a Ferrari. It looks like a Lambo. It looks
yeah,
sexy. So I give King Song the nod. Look, I got the 16X. I'm a King Song dude too.
yep,
But
yep,
I want another emotion wheel, and I guess I need to get the trifecta. So I have to get a Gotway something. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah,
and
yeah.
and I don't know if the monster without a trolley handle. I don't know if that's the wheel for me. And
Well, here's what I'll say.
with that
Yeah.
crazy side panels that are like they just explode. I just,
Here's what I'll say. Like the Godways has evolved from like the first gen all the way up to what it is now.
yeah.
Like it's. Can you hear me? By the way, I think my things are dead. Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you.
Okay, okay.
You good?
I feel like it has evolved, and it got to the point where like now they're using machine screws and not like wood screws and all this craziness. But again, I feel like if you want to like you always mention like your size, right?
Yeah.
You definitely want a 100V whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's an MSX Pro or MSX or M Super, whatever. You want a 100V regardless, right?
Yeah.
To me, the Monster is the only wheel that can take you 40 something miles per hour, and it's stable. That's the other thing people don't realize. It's stable. You know, I don't know another wheel, and I could honestly say that can do 45 miles per hour, and you don't feel like you're about to fucking kill yourself at any given time. Like the Monster is it just rides the pavement smoothly. And I
Yeah.
think that's why I prefer it over any other wheel right now, just for the simple fact that it's just a stable wheel at high speeds. I don't get that from another wheel. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Yeah.
Oh, Archie's in effect. What up, Archie? The panda.
Archie!
Panda,
That is
panda,
my
panda, panda, panda.
Archie is my oh, I love Archie. Archie's the coolest guy.
Yeah, he is.
Boss
That's
is
my boy. I
Archie
love
is
Archie. He's
cool.
cool. So yeah,
He was another one. Yeah.
I'm 5'11" and I weigh
Yeah.
225 pounds.
Okay.
And now that I've been eating cheeseburgers, probably 230.
Well, now that we're home, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Home eating every day. You know what I mean? I got a gym in my house, and I'm not. I'm still, but so I'm probably 230 now, but 230, 5'11". So I need a good wheel, but my boy bought that monster, and he crashed like the first week and shattered his
Yeah.
shell, shattered, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
god, I just can't see it. So I'm like, do I get the
Yeah.
MSX 100 volt? Yeah, talk to me in the comments, people. MSX 100 volt or Monster 100 volt? What should I get? Y'all tell me. Which so if you had to tell me, Tishawn, you would tell me to get the Monster.
I'll tell you to get the monster, 100%.
Yeah, I don't know,
100%.
man. I just
Trust me, man. 100% get the monster. That's all I can say. I experienced them all, so I can say,
right. You ride.
especially I weight, your size. You know what I mean,
Yep.
dude? We got. Let me say something. I don't know if you saw the video we had Shaquille O'Neal in Central Park.
No, I saw
Did
a
you
video.
did you
I
see that?
saw a picture of you with him, but I didn't see the video.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
we
I'm
was
frozen.
you know, huh?
I think I'm frozen.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, yeah. I taught we was teaching him how to ride an electric unicycle, right?
Yep.
Bro, he got on my M Super.
Yep.
Um, and that thing sounded like it was gonna crack open at any given moment. Like I thought he would have fell and he would have sued the shit out of me. And so he was like, "Yo, listen, I want one of these. Which one should I get?" And this was the time when the 84 volt monster was. I said, "Yo, listen, man, get the 84 volt monster." He didn't even know what it was. I had to like write it down and whatever, give it to him. Long story short, he did end up getting an 84 monster, and apparently he rode it or he rides it every now and then.
Right.
And I didn't hear that he like killed himself on it, but I don't know. I like that guy weighs like what 500-600 pounds. I don't know, whatever, right? But I feel like it's the MSX though, like, and that was a V3. That thing sounded like it was gonna give up and just like split open at any given moment. It even crash.
Well, I don't know about here. I'm gonna unplug me and plug me back up. So this
Okay.
is gonna be you for a sec.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So I don't know how how that worked out with him, but here let me switch to my other camera.
Yep.
I don't know how it worked out with him being so big, and I would actually like to see a video of Shaq.
I'm gonna see if I can get one. I will see if I can get one.
Yeah, because
Definitely.
I don't know if you got did you get contact information from him? I don't know.
He bought a Cali and he bought a monster, a Gotway monster.
Okay.
Just I'll be honest though, this was probably like it was a while ago though. Like I don't know what's going on with that. I don't want to be like a groupie and say, "Hey, Shaq, how's that monster going?"
Well, that's why I said it. I'd like to see it, but if I can't, I can't.
He's alive.
Huh?
He's alive.
Yeah, he ain't dead.
He ain't dead. Right?
No, he ain't dead. He ain't dead. He's alive, but I don't know. I don't know. So I am. Oh, and just for y'all see that's a quick backup. The cable between my camera and this just died, and luckily I got this backup. So, but yeah, I'm just glad that so many people ride so many wheels. That's another reason why I started this conversation, because I can't ride every wheel. You know what I mean? I mean I wish I could, but it's unfortunate that they cost so much, and I can't do it. You know what I mean? I can't get what I want, because if it was up to me, I'd have every wheel.
He will, yeah.
like
Look, yeah. No, go ahead.
No. But I just think that getting everybody's opinion is the best way to go for now, and I got to make a choice and pull the trigger. So you're saying monster, but I don't think that the Gotway wheel that they're gonna come out with is gonna be the mini monster or whatever they're talking. I don't know. I don't know how that's
Hmm.
gonna pan out. So we'll see. Oh, someone's
Yeah.
talking about the veteran, but that's a new company. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, I did see the veteran. I didn't see Coogie's post on it. Real Talk is saying it. I didn't see Coogie's post on it, but I know about it, and I did see pictures of it, and they're months away. According to people, I know a couple people that are talking to them. EVXs also, I think, and they're saying that they're months away from any real anything.
Yeah.
So
Like yeah.
um, um, oh, okay. Okay, I'm being summoned. I'm being summoned. So, so I'm gonna wrap it up. We answered most of the questions. What's the fastest you've gone? I think that was the last one I wanted. The fastest you've
Vegas,
gone on your EUC.
Vegas. We did a race with a bunch of Eastgate. I think I topped out at like 46, 45, 46 miles per hour.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep, no lie. Yep, yep. 100 V,
Okay, wait,
the
Archie.
monster.
We got to pull Archie's comment. Archie said he said you're responsible for why he bought a monster. He tried it in the office in 2017 and was sold, even though it
Yep,
scared the shit
yep,
out of
yep.
him.
Archie took it and ran with it. I love that guy. He took it and ran with it, man. He wasn't even, he talking about battery mods and swaps and all that
Oh
craziness.
wait,
He
we
giving
got.
advice now.
I got a correction for you. He says you did 48.
48? Oh God, maybe it's possible. I don't know. We was in the desert. We was in the desert, just. And at that point, I didn't care if I overleaned and killed myself or not.
So
I
he
was
was
just like,
with
I'm
you.
gonna gun it. Archie wasn't there. It was I
Okay.
was yeah. Archie wasn't there. He wasn't there. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say I haven't done that speed multiple times, but I do remember because I actually documented. I had like the app running and I had the Garmin GPS camera that connected to the GPS, so it actually told me my true speed. I don't really trust these apps. Like some of these apps are a little off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
But the
said the same
Garmin,
thing.
yeah, yeah, the Garmin that I had was the true. It actually said like 46. I was like, holy shit, like and you heard the monster like beep, 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 beep. Like I didn't even care. I just, you know what I mean? I had to just like film the race. So
Right.
yeah, that was my top speed. Yeah,
Later, James had to go. Several people had to go. I know 2 hours is a long time
yeah,
for us
yeah.
to be talking, but yeah, no, we'll talk.
Word,
We
word,
can
word.
talk. 100 volt is his next wheel for two slice. Maybe me too, two slice. But Archie said that you passed the dude who was doing 46. That's how he said. He said you were doing
Got it.
48.
It's possible. It's
So
possible.
maybe.
It's
All right, people. So
possible.
and here I am. I had this. I could have pulled you back up. I forgot to click it. But listen,
Okay,
I just want to
okay.
say to everybody that's watching and everybody that's in the chat and in the comments, I appreciate you guys coming through. I appreciate every one of you that's in the community. I think that we need to continue these real life live
Absolutely.
streams. I think that we need to get everybody to come together and talk. It's nice for us to spread our love for this, and I think the companies are listening to what we're saying as far as changes that need to be
Absolutely.
made, and I think that we can keep pushing this forward. So I appreciate every one of you. Thanks everybody who tuned in, everybody who's commenting. Now that this is over, post it, reshare it, direct people to it so
Absolutely.
that we can get people just talking about it. I had several people say, "I love the conversation, but it was too long." I'm like, "I'm sorry, we just love to talk about these
We love talk.
wonderful wheels,
This is our
man.
passion. This is what we
Passionate,
do.
yeah."
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
Tishawn, my man, I'm so glad that you came through.
Thanks, man.
Listen, I'm sorry for your loss. Um, I,
No, I appreciate it.
I
Thank you.
hear what
Thank you.
I understand. Life happens, and we have to do things.
Nice talking. Yep.
So, but you do hear and you see in the comments that you've been missed, brother.
Yeah.
So we are happy that you're coming back in the game. And I appreciate you and EVX, like I said, because y'all about to make me up my game, and it's on. You know what I mean?
Hey,
So I love that, and I appreciate
absolutely.
that. So keep filming, keep riding, and until next time, man, I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
All right?
That's it. Keep it real, guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, bro.
man. Yeah. All right.